Our VPS has the essential tools. Now we need to install the tools that we want to use. First of all, we're going to install Docker, which is used for virtualization and containers. So let's first of all update our system to see if there are any package updates before we install anything new. Use the package manager apt install. We'll just install it without asking us. -y docker.io. Let's verify that it is running using the system control. ctl status docker. On some systems, it might not be automatically running, or it might not be enabled. So let's go ahead and enable it to verify. Instead of having status here, we'll have enable. And I'm not sure if it's running or not. It says inactive dead. So let's go ahead and start it. And now let's look at the status again. Okay, this looks better. Said the active status was inactive and dead, but now it is running. Maybe we just never gave it enough time. So we want to exit here we can do two ways, Control-C, or we can do Shift : and then Q for quit. That is just one of the ways that in Linux command you exit something. Now let's test Docker to make sure that it runs correctly. So first of all, make sure that it is installed by looking at the version of it. We can get the commands by using docker help. We can look at the system information by going docker info. These are the interesting things we can get, like the stats and so on. This tells us information about our machine. Everything looks okay. Let's run our first Docker container. Well, first of all, we can verify that nothing is running by looking at the running containers. There are no containers, and there are no images. But let's run our first container. That will show us that Docker does indeed work correctly. So we'll go Docker run hello world. It's going to download it from Docker Hub and then execute it. So it downloaded it and then it executed it. The message shows that your installation appears to be working correctly. Now we can look at the images again, and we will see that we now, in our repository, we now have one image, hello world. And if we look at the containers, Docker PS, there's no active containers. There's no active instances of running. But if we look at the inactive, the -A, it'll show, yes, we do have one here. It was running, it started, but it exited. We don't need it to be here, so I'll just go ahead and remove it. And we'll just use this ID. And in some shell programs, if you highlight the text, it automatically copies it to the clipboard, and then clicking right will automatically paste it. So it's a shortcut. I misspelled that. So Docker remove, and again, I can highlight this text, copies it, right click to paste it. Okay, Docker is set up and ready to use.